Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. Just doing some planning out here in my basement because today I would like to get the vinyl chloride sheets, and that'll let us get the end of my, or the last of the SMD, I forget what they're called. Yeah, these SMD capacitors. So yeah, I think we're gonna get that planned out. I did add I don't know if you can, is there any way to, I don't know if there's any way to see what upgrades are on there. So if I like shift right click it or right click, no, shift right click it locks it. I added a couple upgrades and a void upgrade to that, and the void upgrade is just some obsidian and steel. It's actually pretty easy to make. Uses 2 slots, but yeah, just some iron and pistons. I ended up just buying the pistons, and then the void chest is just 4 obsidian and some steel and like the regular trash can. So that's got my farm running again. I also chopped down some trees to level up my axe, and I added another modifier, so I added 2 more modifiers. So now this axe has reinforced 4 on it, which gives it an effective durability of 25,000. So yeah, I don't know. I want to like keep leveling it up to keep adding reinforced. Isn't it 10 that makes it? I don't remember what I don't know the calculations in this version of Tinkers. I don't know what makes it unbreakable. Because I remember in the in other versions you add like 5 of those things, but I don't think that's in the. It's like an item you add, and I don't believe that is in. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't think that's like an item in this version of Tinkers. So I'm just going to keep maybe chopping down some trees when I get some time to level up my axe. I don't know if there's any other way to automate that. I have no idea why there's 2 silver in there. Alright, one other thing is I do need some more redstone. I don't know, I'll just do a bunch of those. I just realized I am out of... Shoot, I am out of... I am out of rubber. I would like to get this electric tree tap. It's easy to make, except for this. Actually, this isn't that bad at all to make. Let me craft this up, and then we will test it out before we move on. Alright, I have crafted up everything. That actually wasn't bad at all. The one issue here is, not really an issue, this RE battery is a bit annoying. Let's go ahead and take that. I think that's how it goes, right? Wrong. Yeah, no, that's right. So I need this battery, and to get these batteries, you need this small battery hull, that's easy to make. But it needs to go in a fluid canner with some molten redstone. And yeah, I don't have like an easy way to get molten redstone in there, so I'm just going to kind of we'll just kind of temporary thing, I guess. I think this is the easiest way to do it. Okay, so that's not how I wanted that to happen. But luckily, I can use this to get that out. No, I can't. Why can't I do that? Is there stuff in this? There is stuff in this, okay. There we go. I thought I didn't know why I wouldn't be able to take that out. Alright, so there is the RE battery from Industrial Craft, and then I'm just going to apparently complete a quest. It's probably under over here, right? Somewhere. There it is. Molten redstone and bread. How do I get both of those? Except now I'm going to take damage. Yeah, I just realized that. What am I going to do with molten redstone cell? I have no idea. We'll just put that in there. I kind of put the stuff that I need to take care of like on the bottom row. So I need to get this crafted up. I just have a bunch of aluminum just kind of cooking up. And as we can see, I'm not even dropping at all. Why don't I just go ahead and throw that all in there and just do, I think I had a stack of aluminum. So it feels pretty cool. I can do a stack at once. Okay. What was I doing? All right, RE battery. Final thing here, electric tree tap, which is a quest. All right, my bags are getting full again. I just get confused when there's a lot of stuff going on. Or a lot of stuff in my bags. Okay, so the electric tree tap, I need to power this up, and I'm assuming that is... That's annoying. Man, that annoys me. I don't really need that as a reward, but yeah. Because I didn't hold everything in my hand at one time, this didn't complete. Yeah, because I put them in the crafting station and then get the next part. Anyway, not gonna worry about that for now. So the tree top, we need to power this up. Guess I could just throw it in the battery buffer. Luckily, like the circuit programmer, it only requires 10K. Oh, and also in between episodes, in my test world, I tested out the circuit programmer. I didn't want to craft it in this world because it used so much steel and aluminum and circuits and like all this stuff. It was quite expensive, and basically it has almost the exact same interface as this. You can put the circuits in and just hit the button. So it's almost exactly the same. The only thing I think this can do is you can like you can pipe stuff in, I think, and auto do it, but I don't know why you would need to, unless you want to like have a machine change like with a recipe or something. I don't really know why that would be necessary to have it like set to auto. Let's see, rare toasting slime the deceiving. Well, he's done. I do love crossbows. I don't know what's my... Oh, look at this thing teleporting all over the place. Holy cow. Alright, let's go. That's not what I want to do. So many slimes. My one regret from building in a swamp, but I think overall it's been a good idea. So basically this just is a non-breakable tree tap for rubber. Now I need to also look into silicon rubber at some point because that's, I won't have to do this at all. So I won't need sticky resin at all at that point, but since we're not there, I figured why not go ahead and craft up the tools. Now there are other tools, like my wrench. I can do a non-breakable wrench, or it does eventually break, but it just lasts longer. So at some point I do want to do that. Anyway, I don't need to spend all episode getting sticky resin. I also extended my wall out. I don't remember if I mentioned that because I was starting to get, when I was over there, I was getting mobs coming over there. All right. And once again, let's empty this out a bit from all the stuff I get from these slimes. We did get, no, nothing too exciting on that. Oops. So basically what I do with this armor is throw it in there, smelt it back down, and then I will get the gold ingots from that. Anyway, let's do this. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. So let's get this going. Now, one of the first things we need to do is throw down a tank and a filter on it. And this filter needs to be set to chlorine. Now I don't have any chlorine yet, so let's go ahead and get some chlorine. Now I did, yep, there is salt. Didn't I do? I did. I didn't put it in there. Yeah, rock salt. So I wanted to use rock salt instead of the other salts because I do have another use for that, whereas I have no use for rock salt. I can't use this in cooking or anything. So as we can see, there's really only one use for rock salt, and that is chlorine and potassium. And I don't think there's any use for potassium either, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So let's just throw a couple of stacks in here. Now I need, how am I going to do this? I guess I'm trying to think how the best way to do this. I need to get, actually, let's just go ahead and do this. Is this going to work with the, does it have to be, I wonder if it has to be empty. Like, is it not going to work with, that might be an issue that I didn't estimate, that it may not work with water in it. Okay, so that's a thing. I may end up, let me just, until I figure this out. Just kidding. I realized what the problem was. I have this disabled. There we go. Okay, so I didn't think that was going to be the reason. Does it work with that there? Do I even have to move that? No. Okay, so it even works with the circuit there. Perfect. Okay, so that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now this is outputting the chlorine into the pipes. Correct? Yeah, now there's chlorine in here. Let's put that in there. These should all have filters so they won't be getting chlorine. Oops. Right? Oh, right. I put a filter on it, didn't I? Duh. So let's put this here. Chlorine can go in there. Let's disable that. I'm going to lose a little bit of chlorine here. If I move this. I want the chlorine. Man, I have no way to move that. All right, I don't want to lose a bit of chlorine though, because then I'll have like a weird amount in the pipes. All right, I may just leave that until I'm done with all that. Until it all ends up in here. Anyway, so I set the, I set the filter to chlorine. And then I like to have one of these cells always when I'm setting filters, I keep one so I have an easy way to set the filter again. All right, so we got our chlorine. Now I need to, let's see here. This is producing ethylene, and what I'm thinking is if I jump up there, I'm going to get burned. So yeah, underneath, I'm going to have a second output down. And then I'm going to set up a chain on this side. And the reason I needed more of these is because these aren't going to be big enough, I don't think. So let's just go ahead and remove those. I'm going to throw a couple more of the redstone ones. After I make it, that is. All right, so I'm going to throw 2 in there. I don't want to use it all. I may not use all those 8x ones. And I do need some more bronze fluid pipes. I use so many of these bronze fluid pipes. I find they are for most of my needs at the moment, they are pretty good size. I don't need anything super large at the moment, especially when these are just going to get backlogged. It might be different if they were running at all times, but yeah, these aren't going to be. All right, so 8x. I didn't even really figure out if I need 8x there, but better safe than sorry. So I figured I'm going to have this coming out here, probably underneath to here. I hope one of these days I will get a shovel on me. I just keep forgetting. Wait, do I have a shovel? I have this, but I don't want to use that. And the other issue is if you're standing on a pipe, you can't jump up. That's a bit annoying. because it's not a full block. All right, so there is that. Let's throw these back. Oh, right. I have oxygen above me. Okay, so ethylene first needs to be, I remember this, so vinyl chloride needs, there it is, vinyl chloride. To get this at first, I need, which one am I doing? I'm doing ethylene with 2 things of chlorine. So a chemical reactor, that's what I need. So we need a chemical reactor here, right there. It should be attached, I'm assuming. I don't know though. It is not, so good thing I checked. All right, so that needs to run now. And basically what I'm gonna do is, depending on whatever fluid I need, is just change that. So instead of going this way, it's going to be going down, and that needs to come out. And I'm actually out of oil at this point. I have to go pick some up from my oil rig. But anyway, this does 500 at once. So, ooh, did I turn that? Yes, fluid. That should be out, and that should be in here. Okay, perfect. Now I need a circuit. Which I had one in here. Let's put that gravel away. That away. So to make the vinyl chloride, I need oxygen with the ethylene 11. So put that in there. Do that. Get a circuit 11. That is so awesome. Although I do prefer the way it was done in Gregtech, to be honest, where you just right-click the circuit and then you can do that. You don't have to craft the whole thing. All right, so there is that. Now I'm just going to manually do this at this point. And I'm actually going to take all this out so I can move this down. All right, there we go. So we'll put that in there and hook that up. Kind of reset it. I don't know if you have to like make it update, the block update. And that will get us hydrochloric acid as the liquid. Which actually, now that I'm thinking, I'm probably going to rearrange this a bit. I'm probably going to have the ethylene come up here into the side. And I believe there is a hydrogen. Yeah, this has hydrogen chloride, so I'll just have this come out the bottom, I think. But I will fix that in between episodes. Okay, so this is making the vinyl chloride. And then I guess, how do we want to do this? So it's going to be making the cells. I have a thing. Why don't we do... This is going to be... Man, these chemical reactors having to deal with all these cells is something. I mean, it's kind of fun trying to figure out the logistics. You need a whole lot of fluid canners. So I guess... I was thinking about doing it this way. But I'm thinking almost it would be easier to put the oxygen directly in. Man, that's a lot of oxygen. I could also do a compressed air thing. Let me figure out how I want to do this, and I will be back. All right, since I'm not going to be making these sheets a lot, I don't think I'm going to overthink this. I may tweak it a little bit, but like I said, I will do that in between episodes. But trying to deal with all these cells, like we'll do item output to the left, and that sends that out. But I'm like, is this going to send those over? Like, so what do I do with these empty cells, kind of thing? So I don't know if I'm going to completely automate this as much as I did, say, this stuff over here, because I just don't know if it is worth it. They are much easier if I build the multi-block chemical reactors, which I will do, but I just don't think I can do them yet. Let's really quickly, like this multi-block large chemical reactor. It's HV, so we're almost there. I don't have Teflon yet, so we can't do it quite yet, but we're almost there. And I would actually like to get those kind of going sooner than later. That way I don't have to deal with all these different fluids. Anyway, or the cells. So we got our vinyl chloride, we got our oxygen in there. How much oxygen do we have, by the way? We are low on oxygen. Let me go turn on this while I remember. All right, so that's just producing oxygen. I just kind of let that run. Okay, so enough distractions. So we got that, We need a circuit of 1. I totally spelled that wrong. So we're doing this recipe. So vinyl chloride cell with the oxygen, circuit of 1. Put that in there. That is amazing. All right, and I believe that said it's going to take like 50 seconds or something like that. I don't remember. 56 seconds. Okay, so that will do the molten polyvinyl chloride, and I think I can just solidify it. Yeah. I did make another fluid canner because I thought I was going to use it. Maybe not. I feel like something just went in there. Wasn't something there? All right, so that will go in there, and then that will, oh, I need the mold. Now, I don't have, is that a searchable term? Plate mold? Isn't there like an easier way to make them? Yeah, I can just do in a forming press, but I don't have that. Just kidding. So I do have to actually do it that way, which I will do once again in between episodes because I gotta get the form and all that stuff. But I can just borrow. I have one. Yeah, I'll just borrow this one for now. And I wish this wasn't HV. I mean, that's a bit that's a bit high for that, isn't it? Anyway, so there we go. So molten polyvinyl chloride, and there's the sheets. Now I just realized there is probably I do have a bunch of hydrochloric acid actually. I have 9 in there. I'm out of Bond's pipe, so dang it. All right. Anyway, Yeah, vinyl chloride. So I need, let's see, man, these quests are annoying with this having to put in the cells. But there is my vinyl chloride cells. For making PVC. Oh, is that what PVC stands for? I never realized like PVC pipe is that vinyl chloride. Anyway, probably take the circuits from this, I think. But I will do that in between episodes. Now I need to, yeah, hydrochloric acid I can just pipe underneath. Right. But before I wrap up this episode, let's go ahead and get the SMD. One of the last SMD ones, was it? Transistor needs the gallium, which I haven't got yet. The capacitor was aluminum foil with polyvinyl chloride sheets. You do get 12 from 2, and you get 4 per sheet. So why don't we make a bunch of these? We'll just throw those in there. That will get me the sheets. Can I just do uses for that, maybe? Can you actually use these for that as well instead of... Yeah, you can use... Oh, apparently you can use the thin chlor sheets to make books as well instead of leather. Alright, so I need 2 and 1 aluminum foil. So I have 8. So I need 8 aluminum foil, which is 2 ingots. Yeah, I guess I could have just done half. It's half of this amount. I did that way too complicated. And then I need half a thing of polyethylene. Wait, no, that's... Yeah. Man, this is so friggin... All these amounts, it gets confusing after a while. Alright, so 1 sheet does 2 crafts, and I have 8 crafts. So I need 4, right? Yeah, I think. Oh my goodness. Did I mess this up? I feel like I probably messed that up. No, I didn't. Alright, but anyway, there is our our SMD capacitors. And these are used in, which one are these? These. Which you get, yeah, you get more from, yeah, because I get 12 or whatever, I get more from doing it this way. But yeah. Oh, I think I just had an effect from, yeah, I did. I don't know if anyone noticed that. I had slow. The pollution is too high in this chunk. So I was getting a little bit of effects of pollution, yeah. And that's because I'm having this run constantly. Now I have disabled this, so when this recipe runs out, it will turn off. It won't burn another fuel. And yep, there we go again. So I am getting pollution debuffs in this chunk. So oops, I think that is a pretty good sign that I need to get the better mufflers. And the muffler hatch is, this is easy to make, just a little pump and then a hull and some steel. So we're going to craft those up in between episodes for both the boiler and my blast furnace. Now, I guess if you look at that, you can see like the pollution just pouring out the top into the room that's not being vented. So, I mean, yeah, not very safe doing it that way. But anyway, yeah, I think we're basically done with MV, and it's time to start moving into the HV age, so HV machine hull, and start upgrading our base a bit, and possibly look at upgrading the blast furnace. But for that, I need a vacuum freezer, which I can't do that yet. Interesting. So I can't quite do that yet. But in between episodes, I'll figure out kind of where I want to go next with the pack. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.